Thanks, Stacey. JaMycal, thanks for taking the time today. Just start curious, what time did you guys get back and sort of how's the body responding to just the trip and being back?
Yeah, we got back between 12:30 and 1 a.m. I guess earlier today. Um, Not feeling too bad, a little sore, but I mean that comes with, playing a game, but overall not too bad.
And JaMycal, could you give us a feel for what the biggest takeaway was in the offensive meeting room or the team meeting room in terms of what you guys are talking about to try to get back on track?
Yeah, I mean, just we kind of pride ourselves as being able to run the ball. So just being able to bounce back and get the run game going, continue to build on the pass game, and just overall and improve as a whole as an offensive unit.
And my last one is what are your impressions of Drake and how he's commanding the huddle?
Yeah, I mean, Drake's been great for us, since he stepped in the huddle. Like I say, very knows what he's doing, smart guy, has all the intangibles. Has been great for us, since he's been in there. So I'm just looking forward to continue to build on, the last couple of weeks.
Our next question, Karen Guregian, followed by Chris Ryan.
Hey, JaMycal, thanks for taking the time with us today. What's the biggest thing in terms of getting the run game going again? I mean, you guys started out strong early in the year, and the last few games haven't been able to go anywhere. What's going to turn that around?
Right. Just us, just is working together as an offensive unit. You know what I mean? And that's starting from up front. Just getting movement. Us as backs making the correct reads and making those guys right up front. And outside from the receivers, just blocking down fields to spring us for those big plays. So we all work together in the run game, and it's all kind of tied together. None of us can be successful without the other groups on the offensive side of the ball. So just everybody working together and continue to build.
Thanks.
Go to Chris Ryan. Encourage anybody else to raise a hand if you have a question for JaMycal.
Hey, JaMycal, thanks for taking some time today, and apologize if you didn't ask this already, but just how would you categorize, the mood of the guys today after obviously Gerard called you out, a tough loss? How would you kind of say that the guys are feeling, and what's their attitude?
I mean, just more than anything, we know that we're not playing the type of ball that we want to play right now as a team overall collectively. So just guys, looking at themselves, seeing what they can improve on individually, they will at the end, help the team just move forward. But overall, the morale is, pretty good. Everybody's still positive. Everybody still came in today to work, and as we saw with today's workout. So, I think we'll be fine.
Obviously, a real positive has been the play of Drake the last couple of weeks. What has he shown you, particularly when the group has been facing some adversity? What's impressed you about the way he's carried himself the last couple of weeks in game and obviously away from the game?
Right. Just poise, poise in the huddle, poise on the sideline, poise outside of the field, just very kind of even keel. The moment's never too big for him, never rattled. Like we talk about it all the time. He has all the intangibles, athleticism, smarts, can make all of the throws. You know what I mean? So, that's what he's been bringing for us the last couple of weeks. So, just excited to see him continue to grow and us continue to grow as an offense.
Just one more. I mean, what do you look for in a good running back, quarterback relationship, whether it's, receiving the football, getting a good handoff, setting the plays? Like, what do you look for, and what does Drake have in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, it's try to answer your question as best as I can, but just being on the same page in terms of I guess when it comes to receiving the ball, just the handoffs, the mesh, making sure that we're on our right landmarks, so that we can hit our correct landmarks to be able to, run the ball effectively, or just in the pass game, be at our landmarks. So him trusting us to be where we're supposed to be on any given play, and just us just knowing that, when he needs us, that we will be in the correct spots, in order to keep the chains moving.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, JaMycal.
Killing me, Stacey. It's be a long journey back, Christian. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Doing well. Played more than you had on defense last game. Just what was your assessment of how it all went for you?
I think, there's a lot of things to learn from. I think there's some good things to take away from the game from my performance. But there's always, I think, I can play miles better. I can play more physical in the run game, whether that's reading my keys a little bit better, having better eyes, having good eyes in the pass game too, when to break on the ball, when to read the QB's footwork, just little things like that turn into big things.
And overall, Christian, how would you describe the mood around the team today? Getting back early this morning, I guess you guys did work, did your normal Monday workout with the running, if I understand it right. What's that been like?
I would say everybody's a little ticked off at the moment. Everyone, we expect better from ourselves. We expect better down to down, play to play. We know we can play better, and that's the plan going forward. I would just say the mood right now, at least for me, is ticked off. Yeah, there's more on the table. There's more on the table that we can all take a part of.
Mike, we'll probably come back to you, but we'll go to Chris Ryan next.
Hey, thanks for doing this. Just how does it hit the group when Gerard says that you guys were soft, across the board? Is it kind of a recognition of, yeah, he's right? Does that tick you off? How would you categorize that?
I don't think one game defines a team. I think what defines a team is what you do when you're facing adversity. It's the same thing as a man. It's easy to be rah-rah happy when you're 6-1. It's easy to do the right things when you're winning. Are you doing the right things when you're losing? Are you going to have the character, the integrity to hold yourself to a higher standard when you're losing? And for me, I take that to my personal life too, being a father, having a wife, like on the good days and the bad days. I hold myself to a higher standard, and I think that's the mentality of the team. One bad game isn't going to define us. We're going to come out here next week and we're going to play our hearts out, because that's what this team's about.
Looking at the game both on film and from your middle linebacker spot, what did you see in regard to stopping the run? What's missing there right now in order to because that's obviously the kind of hallmark of this team is playing physical and stopping the run first.
Yeah, I would say on the run portion, obviously 183 yards is unacceptable. That's not a standard we hold to ourselves to, and that's something that we're gonna get fixed moving forward. But I think it comes down to everyone doing their individual job. You can't have, this is a game, this is a team game. There's 11 pieces on the field. If one piece isn't doing its responsibility, it creates stress on every other piece. Even though the play might not turn out bad every single time when one piece isn't doing its job. There's going to be times, though, when that one piece or two pieces or however many, if they're not in the right gap, if I'm not striking a blocker well enough, it creates stress on the guys next to me. We don't, at the end of the day, I play for God, I play for my family, I play for the guy next to me. So I'm going to do my job. And that's what we're going to do going forward. Just do your job, play your part. The play's going to come to you. Everyone's going to have opportunities to make a play. Just make it when it comes to you. Don't try to force a play. Don't try to do someone else's job and you end up not doing either.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mike, I don't see any other hands raised, so we'll come back to you.
Sounds great. Christian, I know you're on Punt Pro and punt coverage. Tell me about the long one yesterday, just sort of when you guys broke it down. What'd you see there and to tighten up?
I'll start with myself first and foremost. I expect to make the play every time, with that much space. I started tapering the ball a little bit more. I started with the amount of space that the returner caught it. And I don't think I should have done that. Hindsight, hindsight's 2020. I've done that a few times this year and it's worked out really well. But I think when there's that much space, that open, I'm the first one down there. Other than the guys on the inside of me, I got to shoot my shot. I got to go. I got to turn up the jets. And I have the speed to do that. So that's where I could get better. As a unit, I think we just need to cover our lanes better. When we have an opportunity to make a play, we need to make it. And we can't be robots. I think that's another big thing. Not every play is going to work out exactly how it is on paper. You can't be a robot. You got to just go make the play that comes to you and play the play as it plays out.
And my last question, Christian, times like this when a team's trying to find itself, sometimes you can see a leader or two maybe step up and say something that makes an impact, on other players. I'm curious who maybe has said something in the last 24 hours, that has made a difference to you, and what, maybe if you'd be comfortable sharing the message.
There's been a few people that, coaches and players that their messages have had an impact on me, but I would say someone that I think is a leader not only on special teams, but just as the entirety of our organization is Schooler. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but basically that's not our identity. That punt play, that doesn't happen around here. We need our special teams is held to a higher standard. We are trying to aid our defense, aid our offense, put them in better positions. So, when we were talking, it's just that type of mentality as we were talking as a special teams unit. So, yeah.
Thanks for taking the time today.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Thank you, Christian.